Welcome back, everybody, to the We Can't Pick a Title podcast. BG here.
Oh, and this is JT over here. How's everybody doing out there?
Yay! You made it back! All you cool kids hanging out at the cool kids' cool space.
Podcats and kittens?
Yeah.
Pod kids?
Yeah.
All right. Podcasters.
Welcome back to this full-size, regular-size episode.
She's caught up because I said, she asked about a time limit, and I said, well, full-size episode.
Full-size!
As opposed to a quickies,
Yeah.
I think we owe it to the folks for every week to do was it?
Full-size. I know I'm full-size.
I'm definitely full-size.
Yeah, we're pushing maximum density. You okay over there?
Oh, yeah, I'm
little
great.
Cough?
Yeah, I just had a little cough there. I had to get it out.
Okay, yeah.
Better
than just choking and sputtering for 45 minutes. People love to hear that. Is he
and then I said
dying?
To the guy...
Yeah.
Not sure what...
You don't really sound like that in real life.
No?
No,
Okay,
well, just sometimes you cough.
Just when I'm
you
sleeping.
You have to, clear your... Yeah, just sometimes when you sleep.
The old apnea kicks in, It's super fun to watch.
It's okay unless you're, stuffed up or sleeping on your back or been around the cat or...
Yeah, any of those.
Yeah.
Was that on SNL, that sketch where they talked about sleep apnea or whatever, where, is he dying? Is he dead beside me?
So.
Maybe it wasn't SNL. I don't remember. But it was good anyway.
Yeah.
Talking about...
I was just thinking about that one that you watched that had, it sounded like Mulaney in it, and it was like if you fall asleep on the toilet, or no, if you die on the toilet, that there's a special new thing that it'll shoot you off, eject you off the toilet onto your bed, and then a little chute will drop out from up above, and a book will land on your chest so that it looks like you were just fell asleep peacefully reading the Bible or whatever.
Yeah. Kyle Mooney comes up, and she was so wise. Yeah, it's so great. The toilet death ejector.
Yeah. There you go. Sounds so like great. A great one. Yeah, that was the only SNL one that was popping into my head.
I remembered which one it was. It was the one all about talking about getting a big guy or whatever, where it was all the skinny hipsters or stuff are out, and now, we want a big guy and everything, and it was all praising big dudes and how they're fun to cuddle and they're, soft and sweet and everything, and then
they'll always have snacks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was something like that, and then they cut to the bridge or whatever, and it's like, wait, did he just die on me? And he's sleeping
no.
and then starts breathing again, and they're like, well, I guess that comes with the territory or something like that. That's a really funny sketch.
Oh, that's relatable.
That was pretty new, actually. That was on the last few episodes. That was pretty good.
Whoa. What's her name? Wogo Needham?
Ego Wodum.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was right there.
It's because the N is silent on her last name.
Okay.
Yeah. And she probably doesn't want to go by Ego. Maybe.
Ego, we don't know nothing about egos.
I could go by that. Ego Thompson.
I think you might already go by that.
I couldn't go by Ego, because then everybody just think it's waffles. You must eat a lot of waffles.
And we already know waffles, so it's all good.
Right. Dr. Johnny Waffles.
Yeah. And on Shorzy, on the TV show Shorzy, that's the main character. That's his nickname is Waffles.
Oh, right. The Waffle!
Yeah, because he was really chubby as a kid.
Right.
Because he grew up in a foster home.
Big Mo. That's his brother, right? Yeah. That's so great.
Check out Shorzy if you can. It's pretty funny. It's made in Canada, eh?
The best line, because Scott Thompson plays his foster dad or whatever, and he's talking about Shorzy.
Good.
He's like, he was full bars fat. I love that term. Full bars fat. So brutal.
Oh. But the sweetest foster dad in the whole
he's not cutting him down at all. He's he was fat too.
Yeah.
So that was the whole thing.
As fat as Waffle, or as much as Waffles was fat, the other one was dumb.
Yeah. That was so great.
It's better when they do it. You guys just check out Shorzy.
Yeah, Shorzy.
It's on Crave?
Yeah.
It's on Crave.
Yeah, it's got to be by now. And Hulu, I think, probably too.
Yeah. Just one season so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really took off, so I assume they're going to make another one.
Yeah.
I could see them just sort of transitioning from Letterkenny into that.
A lot of the fans are saying that they like it better anyway. I was really reluctant to watch it because I'm not a hockey girl, and it's the main hockey player from, Letterkenny that winds up moving to wherever the heck they are. So,
well, that's why I love it, is right off the bat they hook you, because on Letterkenny, he's just this random.
You never get to
see
see
his face, and he's always just cutting them down, talking about their moms and everything, and has really good, awesome mom roasts all the time.
Yeah.
But at first I was like, "Oh, how are you going to make that into a show?" Kind of deal. And I'm not dumb. I've done productions and stuff myself, so I know they're not dumb.
Yeah.
They must have an idea of where they're going to go with it. You can't just make a show out of that, these days. And
most investors want you to have some sort of plan.
You'd think, yeah. And then,
or maybe
right
they
off the
don't.
bat, they have him where he's like, he's full of heart, and he cries and has no shame of crying and stuff. And like, I don't know if I want to give anything away. I guess
no, they should watch it.
Yeah,
you guys watch it. Just
Shorzy.
watch Shorzy.
Shorzy. Shoresy. It's sort of a spin-off of Letterkenny, if you guys haven't watched Letterkenny either.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great
Canadian
Canadian show.
And and Shorzy's totally worth watching, just if you were a Kids in the Hall fan, just to see...
For Scott Thompson.
It's just one episode he's in, but it's so good.
He's pretty awesome in that.
Yeah. What other shows you watching?
Well, I was just thinking of... I can't remember what I was going to say now about Shorzy.
Jeez.
It happens sometimes.
Interrupted your flow.
No.
Should we start over?
Yeah, okay. Ready?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Pressing the button now.
Welcome. I'm going to steal his welcome each time.
It's fun to say.
It's super fun to say. It's hard not to do it.
We love you, Dax Shepard.
I still can't remember what I was going to say about Shorzy.
That's okay. It'll come back.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter, I guess.
People should watch it if they want to check that out.
Check it out.
Check it out, eh?
Check it out, ski.
Yeah.
What else you watch? Oh, Norseman.
Yeah.
That was the other one.
Goodness. Okay, so... I'd seen... I
can't remember who you heard of him.
Well, I follow, Adam Devine.
Yeah.
And he's on a show called Workaholics, and he had a post on Instagram saying that their movie, because the TV show's done, but it's kind of sort of like an Office kind of style thing, but with stoners.
Yeah, three young stoner.
3 young roommates that wind up being telemarketers. And anyways, they were gonna shoot a movie, and I guess the plug got pulled on it sort of last minute. They're like, it's not a diverse enough, universally diverse enough thing. They decided, that they're not going for it. And
was that the reason that they said?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and they're 6 weeks from shooting.
Does that even mean?
So all of their friends who have stopped what they're doing and have I don't know how long it takes to make a movie, 6 months or whatever for shooting. Yeah. So all of their friends that worked on
the
Workaholics and stuff that they were able to get signed up. So they had everything ready to go, and 6 weeks from shooting, or 4 weeks, or whatever it is, they were like, we have a call, and all the guys are on the call. And so then they went on the call, and they're like, shit, if there's more than 2 people from head office, talking to you, it's bad news. And brutal. So they were all just like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of us are here, so nobody died, because that's what you think. You're like, oh shit, somebody had a rough weekend, and that was the end of that, or exotic traveling or something.
And then they started with the, we love you guys.
I guess, kind of talk. I don't know, they didn't say, but so everybody's pretty crushed and has a lot of time on their hands, and they're like, hey, if we have any money and you want to shoot, let us know, because now all of our friends are out of work and are scrambling to find work.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, they're all pretty talented people with lots of experience under their belts, and they'll be able to find something, but it's Adam's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my time now, I was all geared up for this. They have it all. It's ready to go. They were all the pre-production's done. It was just boop, waiting for the start date, and then the network pulled out. Said, they're not a global enough of an audience to make a movie. They were all pretty crushed. So anyways, on this post, I had seen that they have a podcast. And I went on to the podcast, and it's This Is Important is what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you're a Workaholics fan or whatever, it's got Adam Devine and Anders
Anders Holm.
Holmvik?
Holmvik is his name on Workaholics. Okay. Anders Holm is his real name.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. And that's what I like about it. Is like, and then Blake is Blake Anderson in real life, but he's Blake Henderson
on the show. And what's the other fellow? Kyle?
Kyle Newacek. Yeah. And he's Carl Havacek.
Right.
On the show. Yeah. So they, and then same with Jillian Bell.
Yeah.
Is Jillian Belk on the TV show.
Oh, okay. So they keep it pretty close.
I guess maybe it's just more fun that way, easier to go with.
And you already know your name.
Yeah.
The cat's going out the cat window. He got in a terrible scrap last night. Not as bad as his scrap with the raccoon a couple of years ago, but we were watching Norseman on TV because they had recommended it on the show. That's where I was going with all of this.
We'll circle back.
Yeah, that was kind of all where I was going, is that Anders had talked about this show, and he's like, it's kind of like The Office, but with Vikings. And I'm like, what? And it's called Norseman, so we started watching it, and it's pretty funny, you guys. It's, an older show, I guess. It's a couple years old, or...
Yeah, 2020, I think, was the last season. 2016 to 2020, I think, is what it said. They did.
2016 to...
Three seasons or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, it was, it's been pretty funny. I think we're only 4 or 5 episodes in, but it's... Yeah. It's pretty silly. If you like our sense of humor, you might enjoy that. The costumes are great and lots of cheeky humor. Yeah, and it's really well done. Like the production value and everything's really good. I think they must have shot it at like some old Norwegian ancient Viking settlement kind of place or something. We're shot in Norway. In Norway, yeah. All the actors are all of them, from what I could tell, Norwegian anyway. Yeah. All the names were very Flugen, Florgen, and lots of those kind of names, and sort of. But, I mean, cooler names than that. I can't pronounce them. So there's the one girl on there, the one woman that's like the blonde gal. Yeah, I said that she looks like you just typed her out of like a Norwegian Viking machine. Yeah, she looks like a stereotype, and her dialogue is freaking not dialogue. All her lines are freaking hilarious. Yeah, and just like the side eye and like the weird. It's good. Check out Norseman if you like the wacky fun sense of humor. And I like it's sort of like a nod to the thing that we talked about on the podcast. I can't remember one of the episodes is even named of it, the Great Chain Constantinople thing, right? Where we were talking about I didn't even bring my portaging boots or whatever. I just brought my war sandals, and that's it. And nobody said anything about tearing down these boats, and so there's lots of that where the one guy's like, there's one guy that's like an artist, and he winds up on the boat, and he's like, wait, where are we going? Yeah, that's so great. It's great. Yeah, talking about overtime and stuff like that. Just your sort of everyday modern problems, but Viking style. Yeah, it's got some good main characters in it so far. But the cats, we were watching that show, and then all of a sudden we could hear some cats, and we're like, wait a minute, is this on the show? So then we paused it, and the cats were going nuts outside. And it sounded like somebody was really getting hurt, so of course I go out there, hey cats, stop freaking out, a dad voice, and clap my hands hard enough that they stung 20 minutes later, they're still stinging. And so the cats sort of stopped and then went around the other side of the house, and I wound up going out there and grabbing a broom and slamming it on the side of the house, get out of here, you old bastard, trying to chase them off. And the cats were fighting all the way around the whole house, out and around the other end, down to the bottom by the garden. I finally caught up to them, and it's pitch black. I'm scared of the dark, and I'm out there with just a broom. It's actually a deck scrubber, and I might have dented the handle. The landlord gave it to us because she noticed that the deck was slippery when she came to clean the chimney, and she's like, here, I brought you this to borrow, and I was like, oh, awesome, thanks. So I scrubbed the deck a while ago, and now there's a couple dents from trying to chase the neighborhood cats away from my cat. I noticed the dents today. I thought we might have to get a new handle, because she's going to go to scrub once, and the thing will just fold in, and oh, shit. Not. Yeah. Anyways, I'll get her a new one if she if she wants. Yeah, it's all padded too. It's one of those sweet deluxe handles.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy noises though.
It was awful.
And
they
then
were
from
caught
in here,
they
it
were
was
caught
hilarious.
in the fence.
Not hilarious, it was scary as hell too, because all I heard is "Wah," and then you slam, and then "Wah," slam all
And
the way down the
screaming
house
at
and
them.
around the house everywhere.
Ugh.
So I'm like, oh shit, okay, I grabbed the headlamp and think at least I can provide some light on the subject.
Yeah, I flicked the front light on to try to bust him in the act, and it's like this little stumpy-tailed, white sock, black kitty that's... I think it must live in the neighborhood, but...
Little tomcat.
Yeah, it comes around, and it probably has lived here longer than we have, so
That's fair.
It's used to cutting through the yard to go do its cat business. And Beastie's like, hey, dude, don't come up to me, because it'll just, like, come, like, right up to him, and then they'll sit there and both, like, at each other, and Beastie's like, okay, this is my space, and the other cat's like, no personal space, like, no.
Yeah,
Just right up to him, he's like, no.
Yeah.
So, they were tangled in the fence, and I moved the flower pot, and then the other one kind of scampered off, and Beastie's walking with a little bit of a weird hitch in his step right now, but
yeah.
But I think it's because he's got a big patch of like sap on his paw,
kind of stuff.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch in the end of his tail today. He's hanging out in the bushes in the rain. It was soggy wet.
You lost me at cat business. I automatically jumped to I thought the cat showing up in like a suit and tie and trying to sell them some like cat dictionaries or something.
Yeah,
you know,
door-to-door cat dictionary sales.
Yeah, right. That's a thing. I assume.
I imagine in your brain it is.
Encyclopedia Britannica. And I flourished my hand out like a,
like you could
Price
see
is
it.
Right girl kind of thing, Yeah.
That was nice.
Barker's Beauties. Now they have dudes too, hey?
What?
Yeah, did you see that on Price is Right? They have dudes now too.
I don't know if I agree that's a thing.
And I think it's like, they're like dressed in nice suits and
jarbs.
stuff. They're not like topless.
They're not sexually objectified.
Jobs, that's what you're...
I'm joking around.
That'd be hilarious.
Equality for all.
Realistically, though, I could see that being a thing. That's hilarious. Like the actual Barker's Beauties were like, oh, what the fuck? Now
next in line,
half our jobs got to go to these dudes now.
They're like, I'm a shoo-in. I'll get in there for sure.
Yeah. And they're getting paid way more. What the fuck?
Just slipping a little something into Vanna's stuff to help age her quicker.
Yeah, I can move over to Wheel of Fortune next door.
More stress juice.
Yeah. Bloop. Yeah, shit. Tried it for Jeopardy. That didn't work out.
Oh,
damn it.
I don't really know my what do you call them? Game shows very good.
Oh, no?
I mostly just know the ones from Saturday Night Live.
All the fake ones.
Yeah. Family Fight.
Yeah, Family Fight. Oh, that's Sunny.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same deal.
I don't even know the.
They do
don't even know the real ones.
They do the Celebrity Family Feud on SNL, where Keenan always plays Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
that's so great. I love that
as the host.
Yeah. He always talks about his many buttons on his suit and his mustache, his glorious mustache.
So, do you have any weed to smoke this week? Or
oh shit! How did we
even going dry?
What are we, like 55 minutes in now? What the hell? How did that
people are just like, hey, I haven't even heard them smoke any weed.
Oh god, how am I even going to start that? I assume people wait for us before they start each time.
Really?
Well, I've heard from other people that they're
polite.
like, well, I haven't heard that side of it, but I've heard that like people, that sort of part of it is like, hey, I like to hang out, smoke a joint or smoke a bowl with you guys.
Yeah,
whatever. While you guys are doing it, it's sort of
unwind time.
Yeah, and I get it. It's sort of like a Pavlov's dog kind of thing. Yeah. I know, like on TV and movies, when I see somebody smoking weed, I'm sort of like, I could go for some of that right now. Mm-hmm. I have weed. Why not? Shouldn't I smoke it?
Like when somebody has a Caesar and you're like, hey, I want a Caesar.
I have a Caesar. That's different for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you don't drink Caesars.
Yeah. I like the celery.
We're not boozy people very good. We're not very good at boozy time.
That's hence
I did that in my 20s.
Hence the weed freshments instead of, bevy freshments.
Weed freshments?
I like refreshments.
Oh, okay.
So I just made that up on the spot. I thought I'd try it out.
Yeah.
It didn't play very well, though.
It seemed
good.
The
audience liked it.
They laughed.
Van Gogh liked it.
The bird laughed.
Yeah, that's most important. So for weed, I went to town last week. Yeah, last week.
Yeah, you were in town for some work stuff?
Yeah.
So, or just in town for pleasure?
Business or pleasure? Speaking of cat business.
Yeah. You're in there getting your tail waxed?
Yeah, just in there,
Your Your whiskers tightened?
Picking up some goods and some services. And,
Aww.
Well, no. Well, wait.
Wait, what?
No. Paying for services? That's not any better.
Well, is that better than picking them up.
Is that any kinkier? Picking up some services sounds like human trafficking or something.
Yeah, or you're on the corner getting some prostitution sex work done.
Picking up some services.
Yeah.
Right, good call.
Because normally you go to the place where the service is happening, other than for that one stereotypically is.
So that'd be like me if I was like going around and picking up like a massage therapist and then, like a tax accountant type of person, and a hairdresser. There you go.
And then you bring them back to the motel and
picking up some
get
services.
your business done.
All right, I like that.
Yeah,
seems cleaner than.
Hey, you rent a hotel room. I'm sure they'd love that.
I'm sure they just come a-flocking.
They're not going to be scared at all.
Anyway,
you were in town.
I was in town, and I decided to check out the old BC cannabis store.
What?
I thought, why not? I'm not a fan of the old corporate government store-bought kind of pharmacy thing, but, they do what they can, and I'm happy that it's now a legal thing that's even an option.
Yeah, they supply a variety, right? You can really pinpoint what you want. They've got the full breakdown of, like, how many whatevers and how many percentages, and I don't understand it much.
And then they break it right down now to the terpenes and the myrcene and the all kinds of the plasticines and...
What?
I don't know. All kinds
Hopefully you got some with zero plasticines in it.
Scenes, and I got all the plasticine ones, mainly, so,
Explains the flavor. Smoking erasers over here.
That's a good shit.
It's like that time when you smoked res.
Yeah, exactly.
When
back
you were hurting.
in the day. Oh, scraping shit out of a pipe.
Scraping res.
Yeah. That's what you used to always say.
Hey,
smoking erasers. It's so yummy.
Yum.
That's part of one of my stand-up bits is like talking about...
Smoking erasers?
No, talking about making oil out of like gasoline antifreeze back in the day, and just talking about how everything's so like clinical and pure now with weed. And like back in the day, that was what we used to do.
It's amazing you have any brain cells
any brain cells or any lungs or anything.
Lung capacity is like 4%.
Not sure why the throat is so raspy these days.
Not sure why you cough. Have to edit out 300 coughs per episode. Your fake cough made you cough for real.
Okay.
Don't die. Don't die.
I'll be okay. I'm a little sweaty now, though, but I'm okay. I'll be okay.
From coughing?
Oh, yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
You get nervous,
Okay.
So store-bought weed. So I went in and talked to the guy, told him that we got a podcast. He's like, oh, sweet. So I gave him a business card and everything. Mm-hmm. We talked about that. And then I bought like 4 or 5 different types.
Yeah.
To hold on to them for when we record next episode, so we could, hey, do you want to try this one? And hey, do you want to try that one?
Yeah.
But
you smoked the shit out of them?
Pretty much smoked them all.
Okay.
So
and they were all delicious.
Oh, they were all pretty darn good.
What was the Maui Wowie or something?
Acapulco Gold.
Okay, I really liked that one.
It was like actual, straight up one.
The one from the 70s, back when the stuff that people talked about back in the Cheech and Chong days. Yeah, it was surprisingly delicious.
So I got caught up in my cord there.
You're rolling over your cords.
Rolling over. I kept the packages.
So you can sniff them.
Yeah, exactly. Remember this one? Oh. So yeah, this was the Johnny Chronic Acapulco Gold.
Yeah, I really like that one.
Apparently it's like the same sort of thing as the old school, like they said, the Cheech and Chong Acapulco Gold, but just way more potent. And
not Cheech and Chong brand.
No, not Cheech and Chong brand.
That, yeah,
Johnny Organic is the brand. Yeah, and then we got some Mandarin cookies from Back 40 and some other stuff and everything, and we smoked it all. So, but it was good. Yeah. And we got these pre-rolls, these fucking Demolition Man-sized pre-rolls. I don't know, or not Demolition Man, I keep saying Demolition Man, but Fifth Element.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody remembers the Fifth Element cigarettes that are like mostly filtered, and then there's just a little tiny bit of tobacco at the very end. Yeah. That's how the pre-rolls are now. 0.4 grams per unit, it says. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, I like
so fast.
I mean, it looks a little silly, right?
It does. I like the filter. Is that what you're going to say? So go ahead.
I like the filter because there's lots to hold on to, and you don't wind up like crushing the weed as you're holding on to it, and your fingers don't get like resy, and it doesn't get all sticky and gummy in there. Like, but I do find they canoe like crazy even if you baptize them.
Yeah. Do people know baptize? Maybe you should explain.
It's when you, like, lick your lips and then you put the joint in your mouth and then you, like, swoosh it around a little bit and then pull it out so the paper gets a little bit damp all around.
Yeah.
And then it's supposed to help to prevent it from getting, like, a run where, like, the fire part, or the, you know, it smolders just down one side and you get Mr. Canoe joint. And then it's super dangerous because you got, like, a 6-inch cherry going on.
It's super hot and then it burns
not in a
down
good way.
to where you can't see it even.
Oh, it's
and all
scary.
of a sudden it burns into your filter, but you don't even know that it is because it doesn't look like it's
yeah,
that far down.
Yeah, because you still have half an inch of joint left, but just the top burned off of it. And I always attributed that to the wind or something, because, like, most times I'm smoking weed outside, but, yeah, so I'm not sure.
It's usually, I think, when it's, like, unevenly packed in the joint.
Okay, so maybe you gotta wiggle it and roll it a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta, like, tamp it down a little bit, sort of, and make it all even Stevens.
Yeah, the case that they came in is really cool. It's like, it reminds me of, like, a little trash can.
Oh, yeah,
sort
for
of
sure.
Like, back half of it's flat, front's round, sort of like from the top it's like a capital D shape. And it's got like a...
It's like a little puzzle box to open it.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle, for sure. You have to push the back in, and then you can, like... Then that pushes the lip out at the front so you can open it.
This is the Weed Me Grind Diesel, Sativa 420.
Yeah,
I went
nice.
in and just asked, I was like, I just went for sativas. They're like, hey, am I looking for anything? I'm like, nope, all the orange stickers. I'm good.
Yeah,
all the orange ones are sativas. Yeah, that's what pretty much ours is, like a hybrid, so I wanted anything but.
Something peppier?
Yeah. But besides the store-bought stuff, we got some other stuff here, some special that...
Sent to us
from
friends of the podcast?
From super friends of the podcast and loved ones and people. And there's 2 different types that were sent. There was one labeled S and one labeled C. Mm. So, you know, I thought maybe we would try a bowl of each and Ebola each.
Really?
You know, like Ebola each. But,
no, wash your hands.
You know, definitely wash your hands first.
Not sure if that helps with Ebola.
But I haven't packed one yet because I thought, what do you want to go for first? At first, I was like, well, let's go alphabetical and go for the C.
I really liked the C before.
Okay.
That was like
dynamite. So we have tried it before.
Maybe we should try the S.
This is also the last of it as well. So
all right, you really went all in.
We went all in. Yeah, I certainly
did. You have a stressful week, or was it just no? It's just the store-bought stuff goes so fast because it's so dry. And it's super tiny.
And it says 3.5 grams for an eighth, but it's really not. I couldn't find my scale thing from back in the day when I used to weigh weed.
Yeah, you wanted to make sure that you got what you were supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And actually it was for like silicone for tentacle molds and resin molds and stuff. Making back in the day.
Moldy silicones?
Yeah, moldy silicone. It's delicious.
Oh, why are you making that?
For tentacles for our movie back in the day.
You made a back in the day movie?
Yeah. It was way back in the day.
What was it called?
It was called The Corrupted, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's I'm with Hobo production and Spook Tree Films production.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. If you type in Kings of Horror, The Corrupted in YouTube.
Horror,
not Kings of Horrors.
No, that's a different... That'll take you somewhere else, probably.
You don't want to go to that website.
Yeah.
I don't think
Dark web.
Yeah, I don't think YouTube allows that shit anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see the movie. You can see my name on there, even.
Yep.
Under producer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good movie.
And you can see the tentacles he was talking about.
Yeah.
That he needed the scale for. For weighing up your silicone.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I find the government weed so dry.
It's all...
And it just, like, it goes so fast that, you know, compared to anything else.
Yeah. Anything else that's, like, super fresh.
Yeah, so, you know, your normal eighth or whatever, or however much you're ever going to smoke, doesn't really last that long. Mm.
Chair adjustment interlude. Adjust the chair.
I'm okay with it until it goes right down to the very bottom.
Yeah, then it's hard on the knees.
And then I get that extra extension in the knees.
Yeah, you feel like maybe you should be taking a poop because your knees are up so high.
Yeah, it's like the old squatty potty.
The old
style,
squatty
whatever
potty.
they call it now, you know.
Which Anders is also a fan of.
Yeah, I loved Workaholics. Man, I watched the hell out of that back in the day. Hey?
It was a funny show.
Yeah, I really like it. It was really well done, and you can tell the guys, they had fun making it.
Yeah.
Too. And, like, you can really hear it on the podcast, too, because they're just bullshitting on the podcast, too.
Oh, my God.
So you can see where they're just like, well, why don't we take all this bullshit that we're spewing and is funny and just write it down and make it a show?
Yeah, they said that.
Not that it's that easy, but I mean, guaranteed that's, I would say, how it started.
Yeah, they said that Adam was like the driving force behind making sure that, like, hey, let's put this into something.
Yeah, there's always one like that, usually one at least, like...
They credit him for that.
With Rob McElhaney with the Sunny in Philadelphia guys. He was the one that was like, well, shit, let's get some money and get a camera or rent a camera and let's put some of this on paper and let's really do it and do something with it.
Like you with The Corrupted?
That's,
your friend...
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, Nathan wrote the script and sent it over, and I was like, well, shit, we could do this. Like, if we got a little bit of money together, we could do this. It seems simple enough.
Get some finances.
We could build the things ourselves.
They can find some actors.
Yeah, we built robotic tentacles and everything, and they didn't end up being robotic. They were, what's the word, animatronic,
which was still pretty cool.
Yeah. That was a really, really tough build.
It'd be fun to rewatch.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it since the premiere.
We could do a rewatch episode.
Oh my God.
Start doing some more, some rewatch episodes. I was going to say some more, but we haven't done any. S?
Let's get the S on.
All right. S you later. S-U in your C's, don't wear, no. S-U in your A's, don't wear a C, and no J all over your B's.
That's Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sunny in Philadelphia, that's, Don't screw you in your ass, and don't wear a condom, and jizz all over your balls. That's,
something.
It's a Charlie thing.
Something. So far, what are your first inhales on this? Pretty gross.
I really like it because there's like not much for taste, if that makes sense. Like a lot of stuff.
It's got a clean flavor. It's not really woodsy or mossy.
Yeah, there's no extra pininess or extra fruitiness or anything to it.
Yeah.
It seems to do the trick.
Yeah.
I definitely feel something.
Your eyelids are getting a little bit lower. A little more Bert and Ernie.
I'm just falling asleep. No, that's not true.
I
I don't think Steve was supposed to work like that, I guess.
Fire's out, so.
Oh, yeah. And the fire's out. So it's getting cold. Break out your fan.
It was crazy hot in here before. I was pretty sweaty.
If you're so bold, I keep blowing it your way. Hey, hey, hey! So that was the S
that
bowl.
That was very lovely.
S-bowl, we call it. S-bowl. Super Bowl.
It's pretty fancy tasting, but a little neutral tasting. It's nice.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Neutral. Yeah. Just sort of... okay.
It's not all like...
Maybe it's like meant to be like a odorless or something, or like, you don't need 8 Tic Tacs just to cover up the smell that you just smoked a joint kind of deal.
I don't know. Probably still smells like joint. Or a bowl. Somebody walks by, they're going to be like, oh yeah.
It's hard to tell, right?
Skunks on fire. Skunks on fire.
Well, if you're the one smoking it, it's hard to tell. You always have to, like, leave.
Yeah.
Or whatever. If you're hotboxing a car or something, you don't even really notice. And then you leave, you come back, and like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You smell it for fucking a whole block away.
Fucking weeks.
For weeks, yeah.
Funk just gets in everywhere.
I've got to take those off for a little bit. My ears get really sweaty.
Why are your ears so sweaty, Jason? Been working out?
They always do with headphones. Or headlamps.
Oh, yeah? Makes your ears sweaty?
No, not necessarily.
Headlamps
make my head really
sweaty.
For the folks out there that really want to know that kind of thing.
They love knowing that.
Yeah. What makes JT sweaty? You'd be better off doing what doesn't.
Yeah,
like,
it's a shorter list.
Yeah. Like walk-in coolers, doesn't make me sweaty.
If
I'm working out in one, though, I'd still be pretty sweaty.
Working.
Yeah. Trying to think of what wouldn't make me sweaty.
Swimming.
Ooh, swimming, that's a good one.
In some cold water.
Yeah, swimming in cold water. There you go.
Floating in the ocean.
And again, if I'm working out, though.
Are you working out in the ocean? You bring
Not
dumbbells down there?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Just do some deadlifts with a log. Just...
Oh God!
Got one of those fancy belts on and like a sweatband, and that's it.
A sweatband to catch all my non-sweat that I'm not sweating.
Well, preventative measures,
That's a good point.
you know.
Keep the salt water out of my eyes.
Yeah, you don't want to, wind up with gust of wind come along.
And just blow me over.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Right into my eyes. Sand, no. I just wear some goggles.
Just pubes blowing in the breeze.
Pierce. Out there naked, but sweatband and goggles on. I like it. That could be a look for me.
Yeah, it might be nice. Yeah, they say if you're ever fully naked and you want to feel more naked, then just put some shoes on.
Yeah, that's so great.
It's like just somehow works. Yeah, you're like, oh.
I always feel like a nudist. Like sometimes when I do that, like if I'll go just run the garbage out to the can or something, and I'm nude, but I got to put my shoes or flip flops or something on.
Summertime.
Yeah, I always feel like a bit of like a nudist, sort of like, oh, am I just walking from here to the beach or from here to the other beach? Kind of thing.
Just slapping.
Yeah, just flopping out for full viewing.
Yeah, that's I just be
we're pretty
worried
secluded.
The cat was going to get it.
He
likes to come and get your foot or whatever, so you don't need him coming and getting your.
Hopefully, mine's a little
junk.
bit thicker than like a phone cord. That he goes
does
for.
He go after the phone cord?
Yeah,
when
thicker. It's dangling off the table.
Up.
Little bastard. I mean, the little cute guy.
He's a cheeky little kitty cat.
There you go. Let's go for that.
Yeah, so far I've only found a couple little tiny little scabbies on him from the cat fight last night, but he hasn't sat still long enough for me to be able to do a real thorough investigation.
The S made my mouth really dry.
Uh-oh.
But maybe it was also all the talking.
You have been talking a lot.
It sort of comes with the territory of
podcasting. Yeah.
All that.
Just sitting there, sullen isn't really. Those podcasts don't really hit.
No, there's those ASMR ones, but they're at least somebody
breathing or something.
Breathing or chewing on something. I guess I could just do that. Just sit back and
might need a different audience.
Some chips or
for
something.
That one. Have an alternate podcast.
Ooh, there you go. All right.
Chips.
I like it.
Yeah. Chips and swallows.
The Cool Ranch Hour. That does sound cool, actually.
Kind of does. And then have the Cool Ranch Hour. All kinds of good ideas from this weed.
Just a full hour of eating Cool Ranch once a week.
Oh, you'd be so thirsty and bloated.
Well, you'd have to stop for
I wouldn't be able to because I don't like Cool Ranch. I'd probably puke.
Yeah, see?
You just open the bag and I start to feel a little pukey and get heartburn. Have to go have a antacid. It's good times for me.
Still makes for good radio.
Yeah, so I just go make broccoli. I go put some broccoli in the toaster oven, and then the whole place smells like farts, and I just eat broccoli in front of
Should we do that? We should just start doing segments like that where, like,
possibly.
You got to eat something I like.
Let us know.
And you like.
What do you?
I got to eat something you like.
For our alternate show, what would you like to hear us eating?
This is Disgusting Podcast.
This is like Fat Bastard Podcast.
How long can I hold my puke in podcast?
Oh, that's not a good one. That's car sickness radio.
Yeah, for sure. That's not a good ASMR.
No,
that one at all.
No, thank you. Did you have a cool eagle encounter this week since we were hanging out with you guys last
time? Fancy that you asked. What are the odds that you would ask me something like that? I did happen to have a very, very cool eagle encounter.
Very, very cool.
I would consider it almost more than very, very cool. It would put it in like the realm of like
super
magical, almost like a whole nother ballpark. Cool? Super, very magical cool.
What were you guys like playing cards at the beach together? Or
no,
we
were like conjuring up balls of magic and then feeding them to
you and the eagle
octopuses. Yeah, it was awesome. Wait, did I just dream that up?
I think you're telling a bullchip story.
What happened there?
You're bullchipping me.
I think something happened to my brain for a second there.
Mom used to call it bullchipping.
Bullchipping?
Instead of shitting.
Are you bullchipping me?
Yeah.
I love that. I love fake, it's a bed sheets. Big, big bed sheets. I love when, like, fake swears or whatever.
Son of a beehive and biscuit box.
Monkey farmer.
Yeah.
So what was that, son of a beehive and biscuit box?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I can't remember who used to say that. It was back in the Kelowna days when I lived there. Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
What was the other one? Oh, schnit. Holy schnit. I used to hear that all back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. Like, well, just say it. Everybody knows what you're saying.
No, some people don't like poop.
That was a good noise you made there. That was like your airplane, you know. Here comes airplane going down there.
Yeah, that's what I do to Jason with the broccoli.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
no. Hangar's closed. Is that the bird making that noise too?
Yeah, he knows that Jason freaking hates broccoli.
He knows I don't want any broccoli noise.
Or cauliflowers. Cauliflower's like a ghost of broccoli.
What did I just have that had cauliflower though? Not that long ago.
Oh, and you fell in love with it?
No.
Oh,
it was just tolerable.
Oh,
I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
I don't buy cauliflower because you don't eat it, and it takes me like 6 years to eat a whole cauliflower. Broccoli I can chow down on, but if you buy both, it's going bad. I don't have time.
Not like did we talk about all the 20 pounds of broccoli that we got for you? We talked about that I think already. Yeah, that's so great.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Online ordering is tricky.
Oh, start to learn your units. We'll say when you order online.
Is.
Exactly.
Is it 3 broccolis strapped together, or is it just one tree?
Well, and also, what does this grocery store consider a unit versus the other grocery store consider a unit?
That's true, because I think we'd switched.
Yeah, we had to. Yeah. The other guys weren't online. Their computer shut down. They got a virus.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't. I shouldn't say that.
I had
Fake
heard.
News. Oh, okay.
That...
Straight off the wire.
Well, I think their online shopping's on now. Again, you're ordering or whatever. But, they had something was, like, infiltrated. Like, their system was,
sweet. See,
hacked
there you go.
or whatever. So they just shut her down because they didn't want anybody's credit card information or anything getting out there. So they just shut it all down and just had to take a fucking... What do you call that? Kick in the nuts or whatever of all those people that didn't order from them. We ordered from a different grocery store.
Right, I guess, yeah.
Because we have to do online shopping.
And how many of those people aren't going to come back?
Yeah, potentially. We like Save On now, so we're going to them too. So
yeah, hey.
But so I guess that's what happened, and it's all up and running and stuff again now. But they didn't want to take the chance with the security and having their customers' credit card information get out there.
That's
so they
huge.
Just shut down their online shopping.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Maybe I should check my online and see. That's why I keep my
credit card
purposely keep my funds in credit card and stuff, in the old account pretty low so nobody wants to steal my identity. They're just like, oh shit, why bother?
Just stuff it in the mattress.
Pay some bills while you're in there if you're gonna hack into me.
Might as well.
Yeah, transfer some of that wire into mine. And
why do
Robin
people
Hood that
wire anyway? They make art projects or hangers or something?
I think so. Okay. Yeah, I think, it's a rare commodity these days.
Just depends on how much.
The price of scrap metal these days?
1 inch of wire is like $1. And so like a 50 is like 50 inches of wire. So that's when you want to wire 50 inches?
Maybe.
Money? I don't know. Is that? No?
No, you went off.
That's not how it works.
No, that's like some weird future apocalyptic thing.
Okay.
That you were talking about.
Save that for later.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. They used to cut coins in half, like silver coins and gold coins and stuff, and cut like chunks and quarters and stuff off them.
Yeah.
It was on Beyond Oak Island.
Back in the 1400s. Again.
Yeah.
Boopity boop boopity boop 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 boop. Late breaking news information. Current events.
In case you didn't know. Straight from the wire. The wire's like the news thing. It's like a whole news. And then wire's also like...
I thought that was off the horn, but that's the phone.
Horn's phone.
And dong.
Definitely, yeah. But on the horn is like, if you're,
What? On the horn means you're on the phone.
Because the horn is also a crack pipe. So if you're on the horn, that could be a thing.
Oh. I'm glad I didn't know that until now.
Is anybody listening to this still? We lost everybody a long time ago.
Tell us about the fucking eagle already and your magical eagle magic, Jason.
The super magical eagle that we were hanging out with.
Your magical eagle magic.
Oh, well, now it's all built up. We shouldn't even tell them.
It's still a great story. You don't have to get all hyperventilation about it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're driving along. And normally...
So, I'm driving to work.
Normally, crows will fly along the road with you sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we can...
So that's just a little preface to it.
Yeah.
So that's what's happened in the past here before.
Yes, okay. And so, we'll address that now then.
Yeah.
And yeah, lots of times in the past, like many, many times. I would say even 7 out of 10 times when I'm driving on the road, especially by myself. So hard to prove. Of course, right? And dangerous to try to record it.
Yeah, that's true.
But almost always there's like a crow, or usually a lot of times a pair of crows or ravens.
Yeah, because there's some big ass ravens here too.
And they'll come down right in front of me as I'm driving. That's the noise they actually make.
Ship.
Like
yeah. But you can't hear it because you're listening to your music.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. And so they'll like fly in front of me and sort of lead me, or I follow, or they follow along with me, or whatever. And maybe it's a scientific thing, and it's an air draft thing, or maybe it's a cool
out of the wind, down communal in the trees.
We're both feeling each other's feelings.
You guys are carpooling.
Exactly.
Urine is what do you call that on backdraft? No, what do you call that in
drafting?
Yeah, you're drafting like in car racing. Yeah. Stay behind the other one real good so you can go faster.
I'm in the crow pool lane.
Yeah. Good times.
And so
you guys are on the same routine.
Yeah, and so that happens often, and I've looked it up in different cultures and everything, and they all say like, oh, they're leading you on your path, and it's a good sign that you're on your path. Okay. And so the other morning, I'm going for what is basically the first day of my new job, and it's sort of the same job, but definitely different.
Yeah.
The daily stuff is definitely a lot different.
Yeah, and you're just learning it right now.
A little more physical for sure than what I've been used to before, because I've been a little injured and stuff. And so, first day, just learning everything. So you get a little like, did I make the right move? And oh my God, and I did have it pretty good there. Did I have it good?
Did I make the...
Yeah, you just can't help but sort of you're driving and listening to music, and you can't help but sort of think about things. And, so then all of a sudden I'm coming around the corner where normally I've never seen an eagle there ever. Like it wasn't near the water. It wasn't anywhere. It was just...
Like at the Eagle bus stop or anything?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. At the Eagle Arcade, or anything. Or the, Ruffian Eagles hangout. Yeah. Those are scary.
In their leather jackets.
Yeah, their leather jackets.
Smoking.
Sleeves rolled up.
Oh, they're cool.
Tattoos.
So cool with sunglasses on.
Tattoos of like dead crows and stuff on them. Cats.
Just fucking cats.
A string of cat collar necklaces. That's so brutal.
Savage. The eagles here eating good.
Anywho.
Yeah.
So I come around the corner, and a very big eagle, like definitely full size.
Mature
eagle. Comes very low, like as in right, like 6 feet off the ground. Comes flying in where I couldn't see it just out of frame. I keep pointing, like people can see me. You can see me.
Yeah.
Comes in flying very low, sort of right in front of me, enough to where I'm like, oh shit, I might hit this if I keep going.
You better slow down or whatever.
It comes down on the road and then up and across the ditch, sort of to the other side, and then there was like about a 8 to 10 foot tall tree, and it's sort of a bit of a swampy area there.
Yeah.
And so there's about an 8 to 10 foot tall tree there that was like already busted off the top of. It was just like a definitely dead nothing there.
Yeah.
And it goes boom and lands on top of that, and I'm watching it, and I'm just like, holy shit, he's going to land right there, right in front of me. That's so awesome. I'm already like ready to stop to take a picture or a video or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the whole thing, the branch and everything topples away. And
did the eagle get hurt?
No, it just flaps away and takes off.
Okay.
So it just flaps and takes off, and then stays sort of on the road. So I'm like, oh, sweet. I start going behind it. Yeah. And it follows with me or stays with me, like in front of me.
Like leading you down.
Leading me down the road.
Path
and around like 2 or 3 corners and like 10 feet in front of me and still 6 to 10 feet off the road. Like right pretty much in front of me.
Right
and
in
just
your
like
face.
Flip,
you can see how big it
flop.
is.
Yeah, I was like seriously waiting for it to like on it's on Hot Shots where he's like he sees the duck and the duck turned on like like that you know that's what I expected the eagle to do was like turn around the head
and be
hot
on its tail.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like sort of going along with it and sort of keeping the same
down
speed
a little bit from what you were.
And at any time it could have flown over and landed on a tree. Like, the times that it has happened, and I've seen it happen where eagles have followed in front of me. I keep saying followed in front of me. I don't know what the word is. Tracking in front of me. Yeah. Anyway. Scouted. And they go for maybe, I'm going to say, maybe 100 feet at the very most. A couple hundred feet, say, the very, very most. And then they woo-woo, and they take off up and over the tree line, and you can't see them. Yeah. Or they whoop, go into, like, a crack in the trees, and then land on a tree somewhere where you can't see them. Like a crack in the forest. Crack in the forest, yeah.
An opening kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like someplace you can't even really see as you're driving by.
They just whoop are gone.
Yeah, they know where the spots are.
Yeah, they're like, oh, fuck car.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here he comes. Get out of the way.
Pulling the hockey equipment off the road.
This one went for, I don't know, it's hard to tell on the island roads because they're really bendy and stuff, but it was an easy, like, 15 seconds of driving. So a good kilometer of actual, like, 3 or 4 corners, and then there's a straightaway here that everybody, you talk about the straightaway, there's one straightaway here that's, and it was
your destination
almost 3/4. My destination was at the very end of that, pretty much, and it made it to almost 3/4 of the way there with me. Wild. And then it just, like, it did, like, flop, 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 2, 3 flaps, and then whoop, and up and over the tree line.
Like flying?
Flying,
Not flapping on the road?
Yeah, no. Yeah,
you didn't hit it with the van?
Yeah, no. A few flaps of the thing. And, like, I slowed down a little bit, and then I don't know if it slowed down with me or, we just sort of kept pace. And it was really, 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 really cool.
Did it help you to be in the moment and really, like, kind of focus on what the task is at hand and stop second-guessing yourself?
Well, it was really neat because it sort of starts to, like, it gets me thinking of, like, what's destiny and fate versus free will and your own self-conscious and
stepping out of comfort, what's been comfortable, because you've been at the other place for 5 years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, nice and comfortable and, easy enough to stick that out for a while, but that place has also been now bought and sold, and the future is sort of uncertain of it. And so, like, when
the opportunity came along.
Like, well, it was funny because I didn't even really think about it like that until you sort of talked about it. Mm-hmm. And for me, it was more like when I was growing up, when I was a kid, I was all about eagles, bald eagles, eagles, golden eagles too.
Yeah,
mountain eagles, everything.
A ton of eagle stuff.
Well, and I think a lot of that was or used to be my stuff because what am I going to do with 10 eagle posters when I move out and stuff? It's like, here, do you want this? Sure.
Eagle knife, eagle plates.
That eagle clock was so sweet. Did you see that one, the live edge one?
Yeah.
And, like, lots of presents that I ever got was, like, a eagle ring and eagle shirts and stuff like that, And then somewhere along the line,
I think bald eagles were, like, very masculine in the 80s. They were like a macho wolves and eagles were very popular in the 80s.
And growing up in Alberta, you didn't see them. We had to
really?
go. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was very, very rare.
They're all over
you'd have
the place
to go
here.
Like somewhere else where there was like the Fraser River, where there's lots of fish and salmon that are just there.
You'd need a food source for them. They're not taking down a caribou. Or something.
Exactly. Where we were, sometimes you'd see them at the river if you got lucky enough to come around the corner and there was one there, but it'd be blah blah blah, and it'd be gone. Yeah. So that's I think why I really like them.
Like a tourist eagle.
Yeah, exactly. So then, somewhere along the line, like I didn't go through any kind of like goth phase or anything, but I started really liking crows and ravens and magpies. Mm-hmm. And I think a big part of it was because nobody liked them. Nobody bitched about them, making squawking noise and taking their garbage out and everything like that.
Ripping into your feed bags in the back of the truck while you're in the grocery store. So
sounds pretty specific.
Yeah, no
I had the crows bust into my lunch a few times on the boat and everything until I learned you got to secure it.
Crazy stories, yeah.
That's a good one, actually, that my buddy told me about. Tangent Road, here we go. So the crows...
All aboard!
The one time he bought a dozen eggs and left it on the boat accidentally. And
not just like open.
No. I think it was in a bag with a bunch of other stuff and everything.
I guess I should say that. Where you guys put your.
Yeah. So then he showed up and everything was still sort of in the bag and totally normal, and all the eggs were gone from the carton. There was no egg shrapnel, no busted up eggs, no yolks, no nothing. They were all gone. So the crows came in, took every egg out of the carton, and then put the carton back how it was, or
they
what?
Got fucking chicken children.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's like some
crickens. No, crokins. It's got to be something there.
That'd be like a frog thing.
Tros.
Churros. That sounds delicious.
Churros.
Either way,
churros.
I'm getting some cinnamon on something later with sugar.
Anyway, somewhere along that, I even tried raising a few crows that the babies fell out of the nest. I don't know if I think I told this story.
Yeah, you're shaking the tree really hard.
Yeah, come on, baby crows, get out of there. Shaking the tree.
Look, I just want to see the eggs. And the birds are like,
yeah, my babies.
No, that's not what happened, you guys.
No, I was trying to save them.
Yeah.
Anywho.
From a life of
long story long.
That.
So what I thought at the time
was
about
the eagle part or about the chicken eggs?
With the eagle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back
to the eagle. Back to the eagle. Back to
Flip
the
back,
eagle.
Close out these other windows.
Yeah. Bloop, bloop. Close your tabs. My first thought immediately was like, is that a sign as like you're growing from crow back to eagle to what you've always wanted and aspired to be, and moving on to other things and flying higher, and
it's like an upgrade, soaring, or more back to your roots, like it's like more the original Jason.
What I wanted to be from as a kid, and aspirations and different things like that. Like what would he want for his 40-some-year-old dude? You know, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
And so that was the first thought that jumped into my brain, and then I automatically go into like, well, did I just think that because that was a fun thought to think, or is it actually a free will versus fate and destiny? And was that put there for a reason, and who put it there, and blah, 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 blah. I go into that mode.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Your passed away mom?
Yeah.
Might have been like, hey, Eagle, can you go down there? Jason's feeling a little unsure about this first day of work, and if you could just like go give him a little, hey, buddy, you're on the right path.
So, and then I liked yours when I told you the story of like,
when you got home, you were pretty excited about it.
Yeah, for sure.
It
was fun.
Up after your first day of work, and normally your first day of work, you come home all frazzled, but
it was great.
You were lit up. Yeah. You were vibrating at a different frequency. It was awesome.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell your side of it, sort of?
No, you go ahead.
Well, and it was funny that like I didn't even really clue in that your side of it was because my old job is bought and sold, like I said, so that's sort of unsure. Mm-hmm. And just the eagle landing on the tree, breaking apart and being unstable and crumbling away, sort of
the symbolism
deal, and because it literally just like crumbled away into nothing, and then the eagle taking off and following and leaving me and taking continuing on and
new things.
Thriving, and like I said, it didn't look back at all. On me, and
it wasn't like, oh shit, now I'm stuck here.
If you extrapolate that out, you think, oh, it's not looking back. It's just, boop, full forward and having a good time with it, and and it's giving me goosebumps a little bit. Just, eagle bumps.
It was reassuring and comforting.
Yeah. And take it for what it is. If it was just a cool sighting of an awesome eagle landing on a tree that happened to break right at that time of me in the morning, where I'd never ever seen it ever.
Yeah, and that's not a normal tree for eagles to land on anyway.
For such a long time.
Yeah.
Too, Oh, it's such a weird spot I've never seen an eagle there.
Ever.
Because it's a weird little double S bend on a hill thing, and there's that one big dead tree kind of deal, but I mean, I don't think there's any eagles on top of it because it's not anywhere near the water or anything. So, yeah, it was really, really, really cool. And just, I don't know. Yeah, it really makes you sort of think.
Well, and I think if you feel reassurance from an encounter like that, then that's awesome. Take it at that. I wouldn't overanalyze it. When you came home and told the story, I was like, wow, the symbolism of that is fucking blatant and obvious for me. And immediately when you told the story, I thought of your mom, being proud of you and happy that this opportunity has been presented to you and offered to you, you didn't have to be scared about what am I going to do next, that something more ideal has come along. And, and you're still in the transitional phase. You're working both right
very
now.
Much so,
you're
for
working
sure.
your ass off and doing podcasts.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, too, it was just also a straight-up distraction. It was
literally it got you out of your head and in the moment
of am I doing the right thing here? Blah blah blah. And then like eagle, holy shit! That eagle broke the tree. Holy shit! Oh, it's following with me. Oh my god, it's right close. Oh, I could like count its tail feathers, just like do 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 do.
That's good eyesight. Maybe you don't need glasses.
The pictures that I took the pictures that I took are like, it was quite a ways away, on its way out, so it was really neat. And then, so that's sort of, like you said, it got me thinking about, like, almost a sort of manifest versus destiny kind of thing. Like, is it, either way, it's awesome. Basically, there's no negative to it.
It was a perfect reset before getting to work.
Either my mom dropped an eagle down, or somebody else I know that knows I like eagles.
That fell out of my heaven pocket.
Oops, my eagle. Shit.
Yeah.
I've been saving that one for him.
Yeah.
Or did I see it and take it as that sign and manifest that as what it's going to become?
Yeah.
And if I concentrate on that,
into it whatever you want.
Exactly.
And if it's a positive, it fucking lit you up for the
either
whole
way,
day.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
You're still jazzed when you tell the story.
It was really cool. It was because the way it came down and it just like landed just perfectly. Like it was like presented itself just chest out, wings out a little bit, and just it couldn't have presented itself any cooler.
You might be able to hear Beastie trying to rub his head on the spit screen right now. He just came in. Sorry, you guys.
Trying himself on the spit screen.
I'll just turn it a little bit. There you go. Okay, continue, Jason. Sorry.
No, that's
He's
pretty
heading
much
for your laptop now.
Pretty much eagle storied out. I think people had enough of eagles and crows and
I don't know if you guys have ever had any symbolic animal experiences or whatever. Another one that happened to us, if I can tell the story, Jason.
It depends on I don't know what you're going to tell, so, Oh, is it the dolphin one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. That's what I was thinking.
We were out in Alberta after Jason's mom had passed away, and we were out there for her celebration of life. And
this isn't the story I was thinking, but go ahead.
And they'd read the will, and in the will, handwritten for me was Jason's mom, Brenda, had left her wedding ring to me, and she knew we were engaged, and she wrote hint, hint, handwritten on there. And so on our way home, we take the plane ride and, drive, and we're taking the ferry back, and we're talking about it, and we're like, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just get married next summer, because, we'd been engaged for a super long time, and we're like, there's always reasons not to be able to afford to get married. There's always something else to spend the money on. So we were like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it this summer, before anybody else passes away, which I'm really glad we did, because my dad was able to be around for it. My mom's been gone 20 years, but my dad, he's passed away now, so.
And that's a big part of it. It wasn't so much
before we lose anybody else.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
this is it's a big milestone for them too, so.
It wasn't so much the we wish we would have done it then. It was more just, let's do it now.
Yeah, and with her doing the hint, hint with the wedding rings, it was like, that was something she wanted. She's like, no, you guys go for it. And so, literally, we were deciding, it came to us, we're like, yeah, let's just do this, as we're on the ferry, and we're kind of near the front of the ferry boat, and so you could actually see the ocean, and it was like we were just coming out of the bay, and we look over, and fucking white-sided dolphins, which dolphins were Brenda's favorite animal. She's crazy about dolphins, so everybody bought her dolphin stuff. And so there's a pod of 50 or more white-sided dolphins. Yeah. And they were just going along with the ferry for probably a minute and a half before the ferry had kind of got out and around them and passed them.
Which is super rare. You don't even really see that many out there on the ferry or around the ferry.
Yeah, you don't see them that often on this side of the other island. Yeah. So we were really surprised, and it was just we made the decision and looked up at the ocean, and there was fucking 50 dolphins there, and we were like, we
literally without skipping a beat.
And of course probably it's all just serendipitous, perfect timing for the universe or whatever, but for me it felt like Brenda high-fiving us 50 times.
and that's what I mean is sorry.
Go ahead.
Dolphin tail high fiving you 50 times.
She's like, yes, 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 yes.
So that goes back to me wondering about, let's say angels versus manifesting. either way, it's awesome and it's positive.
Energies of the world.
And exactly.
Whatever.
Was it us that said fucking A, and then that becomes the driving force of us doing it, and then we did it and made it happen.
Turn no! He said yes!
Yeah, for sure.
Or whatever.
Just get the captain to do it right there.
Yeah, he's like...
on the boat.
Cue the Dolphins.
I can't do that shit. Cue the Dolphins.
Yeah, produce the shit out of this thing. Yeah, were you thinking about the one in South Padre?
Yeah. You
want to tell that story?
Sure. Yeah. That was a cool one. And not necessarily destiny or anything related or whatever. It was just really cool, I guess. Just sort of a neat sign of right time, right place, coolness kind of deal.
I don't know. I felt like it was like a Merry Christmas from my mom, because my mom's birthday was Christmas, and we were down in Texas on South Padre Island celebrating Christmas, and I wanted to get up in the morning and just have a little walk around and mail off our postcards. And we went to the inner side of the island, because the island's connected with, what do you call that?
Bridge.
I guess, yeah, I think there's a special name for super long. It's like a causeway or whatever they call it, but it's really, really long. Anyways, that inner side, like the land side of the island, people said that there's never any dolphins there. There's lots of dolphins around, but there's never any on that side, and we happened, like, the whole island's only 3 blocks wide. It's pretty narrow.
Yeah.
And we happened to be walking back up, just doing a little loop around from the mailboxes, and... yeah, and then we saw two dolphins. And
it was so cool because it was so quiet there, and there was like little sort of
it was dock really early Christmas morning, like maybe 7 in the morning.
Foggy, dusky-ish kind of deal.
It's December.
And nobody around at all.
Yeah, everybody's still fucking sleeping.
Yeah, and then just bloop, bloop, bloop. You see them sort of start to do their little...
There was 2 of them, and they were super quiet, too.
Yeah.
And it was neat. There was another family that had been staying there, and they said that they had been seeing them all week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, they said that they hadn't seen them all week.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. They're like, we were staying here the whole time and hadn't seen them all week. We were hoping.
Oh.
And then that morning, because they came out, and and they saw them from up above or whatever, and they came down like, did you guys see that?
Yeah, from their balcony, because they were staying on that side of the island.
Yeah, because that's what they said. And they're the ones that told us that, like, somebody else told them that dolphins rarely come on this side of the island. You know, they... usually come in their sock.
God damn.
I had to.
Yeah, they're usually on the outside because then,
it's more the ocean side.
Yeah.
I think probably just safer from boats and everything else. And not as toxic, probably.
Well, the inner side has like the turtle sanctuary and stuff on that side too.
That was awesome. Sea Turtle Inc.
Yeah.
I think it's Sea Turtle Rescue Inc. or something like that.
It's called. Freaking...
yeah, that was so cool.
If you ever go to South Padre Island, definitely go there.
I mean, it was also kind of weirdly...
and they have a website and stuff too, so you can like... support them. Why was because they get injured ones.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Yeah,
you see the ones
hit by boats.
But it's also really cool that they make flippers for them and stuff and everything, and
rehabilitate them, get them off the drugs, and get them back out into the ocean.
Get them off the drugs.
Well, I'm assuming all the drugs.
Little turtle rehab.
Yeah. You know, they finding those bricks of
coming on hooked on that seahorse,
high grade, whatever people do.
Yeah, all the Colombian, all the cartel bales that get dumped over.
Yeah, falling out of the plane or whatever at the border, because the Mexican border's right there.
Turtles just hook those. You get the turtles with the straw in their noses. That's what it's from.
Oh, that's why they don't want the turtles to have straws anymore. Because they're all a bunch of cokeheads.
I gotta wean them off.
Didn't you know?
Holy shit!
That's you pay an extra $5 when they're on the back, and then they tell you about the dark side of turtle rescue.
Yeah. Psst, hey, you guys don't even know.
One's just shaking, needs a drink real bad. Drops his eggs. He's like, whoops.
This guy threatened my family. Holy shit.
Turtle pulled a knife on me.
Turtle pulled a knife on me. What the fuck? Stole my wallet.
Damn turtle.
They didn't have hands.
Fuck, they're cute. I'm going to put something in the donation anyway. I'm still buying a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bought all the fucking everything I could in there. I bought stickers,
we did some
shopping. Bought Christmas ornaments, a hoodie.
They sure get you with the whole, hey, it helps us out thing. You know,
totally. It
definitely works. Like, I'm helping out turtles.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Fucking love a turtle.
Yeah, I just saw that turtle with a fake flipper on there. I want to buy him a pony.
I didn't cry much at all.
No.
It was windy.
Good. It was really cool, though, because it was sort of like
I expected
almost free
it
range.
To be more like a medical center, and it was more like a lean-to with a whole bunch of big big circle plastic tanks in there, like vats, like you would expect, like Joker getting pushed into them kind of a situation. Whatever
big ass
they
turtle
had
tanks.
there.
I think they call them.
Yeah.
Bats, big ass turtle tanks.
Yeah,
I
think so. Yeah, so check out that. You should go to South Padre.
I'd like to see it now because that according to their design plans for the next however many years, it was supposed to branch out and be bigger, and they were going to do like you can go on tours and missions with them on the boats and help out and
you can volunteer and stuff, but you have to volunteer for like a segment of time. I think it was you had to commit because it takes time for them to train you, right? So they can't just be.
I wanted to just go for the afternoon,
willy-nilly in.
Let's go free some turtles right now.
A lot of time there. I think it was 3 or 4 hours. Your mom was so patient. I think Steve and Corrine were totally into it, too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think.
They're into turtles.
People love turtles. Turtles. Just like Batman. Another turtle episode. That's like 3 in a row now, hey?
We're a little turtle heavy.
Turtle crazy.
A little crazy about their turtles.
And not once, I don't think we talked about the mutant ninja teenage kind. Maybe we did a little bit. But,
You tell us, did we?
Are you asking me? You're asking the folks.
The listeners.
The radio podcast listeners. I keep saying radio.
That's okay.
But, that's what I'm used to.
Old as balls.
Old as fucking
Fudgicles.
balls.
Old as that hairy fudgicle in the freezer.
Should we try the sea?
Right in your sea hole.
Right in the sea. Big sea energy.
Ooh.
Sea bowl. Kabul.
Isn't that a rapper or a sports person?
Well, my name is Seabowl, and I don't know how to rap because I'm very white. And I don't have much for rhythm.
And my butt is flat.
Baby, don't got back.
Oh, pretty long back, just not much.
Oh, yeah, all back. That guy is all back and no butt. A little bit of crack in the middle.
Not like no butt. You got a bit of...
There's a bit of a butt there.
Yeah, you got some shape.
Sort of tiny little Irish butt
in
there somewhere.
Some shape. It's not like Conan O'Brien butt.
Oh, no? It's just like, whoop. Just nothing. Yeah.
It's like
just legs with a crack.
Yeah, you could drop something off the back of his shoulder and it's going to hit the ground.
They go inward somehow.
Yeah.
Land in the back of his shoes.
Swoops in.
Yeah. What the hell? Swoops in.
Yeah.
So we tried the S-Bowl.
I'm going to try some Sea
Which
Bowl.
seemed to be pretty good. It seemed to last,
It's tasty.
It was good stuff. Let's try some Sea Bowl.
Okay.
We'll do a little halftime show here.
Wouldn't that be weird if they did like a little bit of football in between every concert? Just a tiny.
Let's go great.
Just a tiny halftime show.
Halftime show for the concert is a little like
just a little short,
like 10, 15 minutes of football.
Football game.
I like that. That's so great.
Could happen.
Man, if I was a concert promoter or maker or something, had a big enough stage,
and then just be like, everybody clear out of the pit,
off the floor,
off the mosh pit, because we got to play some football in here. They're just slipping around on beer.
No, just bring them in and right into the mosh pit.
Into it.
Bring in the full team of Denver Broncos
just
and
throwing stuff
throw them into the mosh pit and be like, all right, have fun, boys. Throw a ball in the middle.
They're versus the mosh pit.
Versus the mosh pit.
I think it.
Oh, might be honest
I might go to more concerts.
Just to watch from above.
Oh, yeah.
Not to be involved.
In 2C.
Yeah, I'm staying out of that mosh pit.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
2C.
That's one I know.
Obstructed view.
Yeah. Oh my god, did we tell the story about
the
concert?
Which concert?
We went to a concert one time. I'm just going to tell it real quick.
That? No, I don't think so.
We went to this concert one time. And
Nine Inch Nails?
And I think it was 9 Inch Nails. And we were kind of like, wow, we're really in the nosebleed section. Because we were like facing the stage, but all the way back across the whatever stadium, whatever you call it.
Oh, that's not the story I thought you were going to tell.
And so we were like, oh, wow, this is weird. And so then some people came. This lady comes over. Was it a lady?
Oh, you got to back up, though. You got to back up.
Okay. Tell the rest of the story.
Because our tickets were, like, seats J312 and J313.
Yeah.
So we kept walking back and, like, around to the back of the stadium. And it'd be, like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And then it was all curtained off for like I, J, and K.
Yeah.
And we'd walk past and it's like all curtained off. We're like as in no entry, fully sanctioned off, don't go in here. And we're like, what the fuck? So then we go back and forth and literally just kept going back and forth through the curtain one. Yeah, we kept trying to find our seats,
but didn't ask anybody because we didn't really see anybody.
And then
we were there pretty
the concert starts. Like, we were doing that for the whole opener. I can't remember who was opening for Nine Inch Nails that day. But then... And then I just said, fuck it, we're missing the concert. Fuck this. So I peeked behind the curtain, and there was nobody there. The seats were totally empty.
Yeah.
There was nobody there. Like, all 3 sections were totally empty.
Yeah.
So I'm like, come here.
I think we kind of, like, climbed over a box or something and got there.
I don't know.
Anyways.
And then went up, sat in the seats, and hung out for a little while.
For the first band.
The rest of the first band, maybe.
And then there was the in-between, and the lights came up.
Is that? I can't remember exactly. Yeah.
And then
and then the
lady comes over
up.
and she's like, "Oh, you guys are so cute." And we were sitting there by ourselves, and she's like, "Would you guys like floor tickets?"
She checked the tickets.
Yeah.
And because I told her, I was like, "Well, they're for this section," and she's like, "Well, no, can't do that." And she checks with the flashlight and everything. She's like, "Oh, well, what? That's weird." And I was like, "I know. That's why we're here. We're in our right seats."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, well, okay, here." And then she's like, "Yeah, are you guys okay going down on the floor?" We're like, "Of course we are. Fucking A."
So we got upgraded to...
Yeah, floor seats. And, no
seats. It was all standing
floors,
down there, but still,
Yeah, I just posted the video from that, actually, not that long ago.
Was it Queens of the Stone Age and Nine Inch Nails? Because I did go to one that was Death from Above 1979, and then Queens of the Stone Age.
That's your concert.
And then Nine Inch Nails. And I also saw Queens of the Stone Age just on their own, like, at a smaller venue.
Yeah. I've never gone to Queens of the Stone Age. I can't remember who was opening. It was, like, Chevelle or, somebody along those lines. Or
them.
One of those ones. Yeah, somebody like that, And what a fucking rocking concert. They had the whole laser screen thing in the front. So it looked like...
It was like we found out, they're playing like the next day or 2 days later.
Right. And there were still tickets. And I was like, oh shit, you want to go? Yes. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a wicked concert, that one. Yeah. Yeah, because I had some videos that I took. I just found it on my old YouTube channel. Aww. And found them. And
speaking of YouTube, we are now available to listen to on YouTube. We're not doing video yet.
They're called audiograms.
Oh, okay.
Is the technical term for them.
Yeah.
That's the little wavy bits, the waveform thing.
So that's on there. So if you want to watch the wiggly wiggles or whatever, there's something for your eyes to see.
Yeah.
But if you want to just listen to us and you're not able to get us on one of the usual podcast apps, then you can check us out on YouTube. Or if you have a friend or family member that's like, I don't know how to do that, but I do the YouTubes all the time. And then you can be like, well, Grandpa, super cool Grandpa that's not a dick.
Yeah.
You can listen to BG and JT on the YouTubes now.
On the old tube of views.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's
and if you go on there, be sure to subscribe and like and share.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
that's totally the way to helps us. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you subscribe, you get and ring the bell or whatever the thing. Click the little bell on there.
Yeah.
Then you'll get a notification on when we get a new episode up and stuff, which we will do every time we have a new episode, which is every Wednesday.
Yeah. So and YouTube is free, so when you sign up, you don't have to pay for anything or whatever. I mean, you can go on and just watch, but you can't subscribe, which means that it doesn't help us. Yeah. If you watch it, you're just watching it.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
It doesn't build our channel or potentially pay us down the road.
Yeah.
But if you want to help us out that way, then all you have to do is join YouTube. And what do you need for that? Is it just an email or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, just your email address or whatever.
Or if you have Facebook even, you can sign in through your Facebook. And
it's
lots
super
of different ways
easy.
like that now.
I didn't do it for the longest time, and then my friends at Oh You're Lovely had a scavenger hunt thing that they were doing, and you had to go on and write a little note on a specific YouTube video.
Oh,
and
okay.
So that's why I joined. I was like, okay, well, I'll actually sign up for YouTube now so that I can like and comment on there. So then you can,
maybe we should do that. We'll do like a little contest for some merch or something. And
maybe let us know. Yeah. What kind of merch would you guys be interested in potentially winning? Or
that's what I'm curious about. Like, what do people like these days? I was going through it and
sticker people.
Yeah, coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs can break. But I mean, I'm a fucking.
What about
sucker
like travel
for
mugs and that sort of style?
Yeah, possibly.
You know, do people like the ceramic or the steel ones?
Or are you into like a just a
chiffon
bucket?
Dress?
Just a nice bucket?
There's puzzles, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of different versions that we can do, and whatever the folks like, whatever the podcats and kittens out there want to play with.
Pick a pod people.
Can't pick a pod people.
We can't pick a... We can't pick a merch.
So I want to drop the YouTube thing real quick.
Okay, what's the YouTube thing?
It is slightly different.
Okay.
So until we get 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, and then we can customize.
Then we can customize our own.
Okay.
But right now I got as close as we could. So it's youtube.com/@WeCan'tPick.
Okay.
So normally for Facebook and Instagram it's just @WeCan'tPick. That's the little @ with the circle around it, the little A with the circle around it. Mm-hmm. This is youtube.com/@WeCan'tPick.
Okay.
So if you also just go into YouTube and type in "We Can't Pick a Title Podcast," it'll come up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but that's the actual address.
If you want to just click on that, and we'll put it in
the
description and everything on this episode.
Yeah, we'll make it easy for you to find.
Yeah,
and share.
And definitely share. That's
we
that's the biggest part of it too.
We've talked to a few people that aren't like podcast listeners, but they want to listen, and they're like, I don't want to sign up for a podcast because they don't know what they're missing yet, and.
If they're anything like me, I'm right at the verge of my phone always being maxed out on storage space. Okay. So I don't necessarily want to like download another app.
Okay.
Especially if I don't know what it is or how much it's going to cost.
And my phone just came with YouTube's right on it.
Exactly. Yeah. YouTube just usually most people have that already on their phone and stuff, and So
we want to make it easy for you guys to find us so we can all hang out.
Yay! We love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, it's the best part of the week.
Yay! It is kind of fun. Hey, everybody else having fun out there?
Hope you guys are having fun. We're proud of you.
You did it. You made it.
Yay.
You made it here, and you made it there, and you made it everywhere. What do you guys think? Manifest destiny, or
or just a weird fucking coincidence?
Angels on high doing their thing, or just a
maybe it was just an eagle ducking out on the guy that he owes money to. He's like fucking. Yeah. There's the bigger eagle up top that's like, where is that son of a bitch? He hasn't paid his gambling debts. I'm coming for him.
Oh shit, I'm out of here. Yeah. Oh no, the tree broke. Shit. Now he's gonna find me. Know where I went.
That eagle's just having the roughest fucking day.
For sure.
This van's trying to run me down.
Me. Yeah, this big guy.
Okay, I'm out of here. Just gets hit by a plane later.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Eagle wife at home with a bunch of eagle babies. Oh, Hector.
We're only going to have 4 moon snails for supper now.
Got a little eagle ruff.
Oh, you never know. But maybe it's all just beautiful destiny, though. Maybe it's not that.
Let's go with that.
Hard reality.
Seems way.
The bird's like,
yeah, hey, bird's had enough of that shit.
He's like, no, eagles are strong and majestic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Tell us any stories. Listener, friend of the podcast, messaged us about black tuna to let us know that black tuna is a type of actual tuna as well as a type of weed.
Oh, right.
And they're quite majestic if you want to look them up.
Black, there's like what, yellowfin, bluefin, blackfin.
Blacktins?
Blacktin, maybe.
Blacktin?
Tin.
It's like plankton.
Like plankton.
Plankton, but
no,
different.
Tangent now.
Yeah.
Yeah, black tuna. Look it up. Black tuna gang. It's
anyway,
good shit.
Thanks, Soma, for letting us know.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tasty.
All right. Love you guys very much.
We're wrapping it up.
I think so.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Until next week, hope you have a fantastic week. You get some good rest.
Ooh, good call. Stay hydrated.
And, yeah.
As
Make
people
sure
say.
You stay hydrated and keep her loosey-goosey.
Keep it real. Keep it tight. And
keep it loosey-goosey this week. Just,
Okay. Keep it real. Keep it loose.
Yeah.
Keep it real loose.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.